get it. Alright, what's going on?
What if all clues with me? Stick around.
Max
Our patients don't need doctors. Our patients need detectives.
You push boundaries.
I have never seen anything like it.
Let's see what Max speaking on. Let's see, what's up?
Okay, let me read y'all this letter. It's from the parole board. It's an out-of-state plan approval. It says, "Dear Mr. Wingate, please be advised that the state of New Jersey parole board has received
Max be on his way
parole
uptown,
plan
y'all. What
acceptance
it do?
from New York.
Did the Lacteezy die on his name? Let's get it. What's up? Let me see. Was it down? I think that's what it was. But what it do, man? We back. Podcast fame and the podcast game. Max Beezy on his way uptown. Alright, here we go. Alright, now let's start it, man. Let's kick it off. The Wave God himself, Max B, reports say he's finally coming home soon. That's a big moment for hip hop, man. Max influence on a whole generation. How y'all think people want to interpret that? What up? What's going to be the temperature of the streets? With a Max B uptown. I wonder what Jimmy think about this. How y'all feel Jim Jones feel about it? What up, Justin?
In a 5-year supervision, you are to be released at the expiration of your maximum sentence as determined by the New Jersey Department of
How much
Corrections.
time was he sentenced
To
to?
begin serving a 5-year period of mandatory supervision component of your sentence. The mandatory supervision will commence upon the date of your release and be supervised by the New York State, which means I'm out this motherfucker.
He on his way, man.
Say hello.
He on his way. I definitely want to see. Man, why are you saying hello? That's too official. Man, why are you saying hello? That's too official.
See that?
You know how I go, ham.
That's the letter
Probably
right
just
there.
gotta say what's up, man. Get the whole vocal boards out there. Hit the like button for me, man. You heard me. Let me know where y'all tapping in from.
You got that stamp on it.
But I want to see how that's going to end up playing. Let's hear what Jimmy had to say about it.
See that? Director, Division of Release. See that?
They got their new podcast out. It is what it is. 75 years, no question. All right, boom. This is what he had to say when Mano asked him.
When I asked you before, how do you feel about getting past differences with certain people?
I'm petty.
Right, hold on.
He said, hold on.
You've had past differences with people. Some people you was able to get past that.
Agree or disagree,
Right.
Asian man. You crazy, bro.
Where we
Hit
at?
the subscribe,
Able to
man.
get past that.
No.
Mm.
Now you want to get past now.
Why though?
Get past that. Now you want to get
That's the thing that I really don't understand with these two. Like, ain't nobody, wasn't really no bloodshed, man. To me, beef is when blood gets shed. But beef is when, it's to an extent the way as though it can't be forgiven. All that rap beef, y'all had a little petty argument because of something that you did. Yo, crazy. Because of something you did. Because I feel as though, like Jimmy said, he had did something a little messed up with the contract because he ain't really know no better. I want all you beef. Hit the subscribe button. He ain't really know no better. He was learning from Cam. He was learning from Dame. He was learning from people that was doing bad business. So that tend to be how it go, man. You learn, like, that's why they say birds of a feather flock together. You are what you hang around. You hang around people that you know cutthroat, conniving, not really on the best type of doing square business. When you finally get a chance to do business, that's the person you want to be if you don't have a solid mindset, I would say. But let's continue.
Or you want me to tweak?
I want you to.
He said, oh, you want me to tweak? What would you tweak out for?
Definitely don't want you to crash out, because I don't want to crash out. Not what I want for myself, I want for my brother.
I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's too much money out here, there's too much life out here, and I like to do the things that I like to do. Ain't nothing feel better than living right now.
You right?
Being alive.
And the beef would be like, what would it really be the beef about, yo? It's really no beef. What I feel as though is Jimmy scared when Max B come home is gonna be, you know, he gonna have that run. He gonna have that run that Jimmy want right now. Jimmy in the middle of a good run too, to be honest.
And I can't tell no man how to move, but I would love to see you get to a space like that. And I brought that question up because it's like, them niggas was able to get past that and certain shit happened.
Right, look at that. And I like how Mano used that as a talking point on the tip of where it goes like, man, look at what Young Thug and them doing. And I feel as though a lot of people want to use that example. Is it the best example to me? I don't know, because I don't know if it's genuine or I don't know if it's to the advantage of, man, we in the music industry, we in the music space. This not good for business. And it'll be good for the city. What's up, cuz? Be more what it do, baby. You feel what I'm saying? It'll be good for the space that we in. It'll be a good look for Atlanta. It'll be a good look for the younger generation. And that's honest, you know what I'm saying? That is a true fact. Like, when you teaching somebody to be able to work past your differences and look, man, this shit ain't really that serious. Even though that was that serious, somebody ended up passing away inside of that situation. So, you know, that's a big message. And for Jim to be so egotistic, well, man, I ain't really mess with Max and nobody got hurt, wasn't no bloodshed, no bullets was fired. What's really the problem? I ain't gonna lie, V, Jim need to get over that shit. Real shit. Him and Max B made a lot of hits together. They should squash that shit like Cam and Mace got over the beef. Real, man, listen to me, bro. They not gonna do it because they egotistics. And Jimmy not even understanding this is the run that you was looking for. Jimmy looking for that $1 million collaboration. He's looking for that bond or that deal that Mace and Cam ended up pulling together. Let me show you something. If y'all already know what it is, look like the same. You know, Jimmy in the podcast space now. We're going to talk about that for a little minute too, the podcast space now. But Jimmy in the podcast space now. So he had made this video. You know, he got the factory or whatever the case may be. But look.
We build sets and shit, bro. Like, I don't know the type of level y'all do what y'all.
Hold on.
But this is really what we is. We film the shows.
But
This.
you know, that's gonna be his new little situation or whatever the case may be. So you can tell that you on the same type time Cam and them on. Everybody looking at it like, man, you trying to make it set look like Cam and them set. I personally feel it was gonna be a Weather Report show, which is good, but you putting that pride to the side, getting back with Max, putting any project out, you and him put out anything, man, that shit gonna do $1 million. Just because of the energy, just for people to see you and him back together, it's gonna take off. Now, jumping into the podcast space game. What do y'all feel about the podcast game? You know, everybody wants to have a podcast now. So what is that? And that's why I don't even say I don't have a podcast, you know what I'm saying? I have a channel, I got a platform. I particularly and specifically stood in a lane that I knew I was going to be able to dominate and penetrate my motherfucking self. But what y'all feel about this podcast space now? What do y'all feel about rappers giving up the rap game to come into the podcast space? Is this the new enterprise? Is this the new big thing smoking? And a lot of people, to me, they don't really understand what it takes to run a platform. Like, you gotta have a love for this, bro. This is not something that you just can get into just for the love of money. It ain't gonna last because your intentions is not genuine. Even if you have a quick little run, as fast as you go up, it'll die down. And I'm saying that a lot of rappers or a lot of people with influence, they trying to bring their influence into this, and it's not the same. Just like every content creator can't be a rapper, every rapper can't be a content creator, bro. Every person doesn't have charisma. Everybody don't have that entertaining personality that you can keep somebody engaged for a matter of time. They might pull up just because they fans of you, but everybody don't have that thing, that it factor that's going to keep that shit, you know, going above water. Or or fucking growing. Honestly, it's cool as long as you giving out good content. Facts. What's up, V-Mo? What it do, Rocco? Facts. Now, that question to be Justin, what is good content? You get what I'm saying? Because to me, sometimes I'm in the mood for entertainment. Sometimes I'm in the mood for some knowledge, like I'm trying to learn some game. I'm trying to hear some sharp shit. So, what is good content? Or, better question, what is bad content? You know what I'm saying? Because to me, I just don't want to be coming on here talking about a whole bunch of bullshit, promoting a whole bunch of bullshit, talking a whole bunch of, because I'm the biggest kingpin, man, you need to do it like this. No, I just like to pull up and vibe with my people, you feel what I'm saying? And talk about real life topics and give motherfuckers a real perspective from a real person. That's the type of time I be on with it, you feel me? Honestly, all right. Everybody get the likes up though for me. But, I had seen the Let's Rap About It joint. I had seen Jimmy and them first episode, and it was cool. It was cool. As long as they can sharpen up around the edges and really, if they really take this shit serious, they can really take it somewhere. Bad content to me is when motherfuckers just be saying anything. Facts. Facts, bro. So what's some of y'all favorite channels? What's some of y'all favorite podcasts? If y'all is in the podcast space, what's some of y'all favorite? All right, so let me ask you this, Justin. What would Charleston White content be? Because shit like that kind of meet me in the middle because it's wild. It's a good message delivered in a wild way. So what type of content would we make today? Because I was talking to somebody about that the other day too, how certain people have a good message and they got something that they can really get across, but I tell them sometimes you gotta have the ability to articulate that. You gotta know, don't nobody wanna be talked at. Some people love, everybody wants to be talked to, like, talk to me, rap to me, but people don't like when you coming with that, you looking down on them type of mindset or whatever the case may be, you feel me?
Go get you some rest. Okay, nigga, while you in there, go on do you a little fast. You been eating out, so nigga, I ain't eat for, well, I didn't eat Thursday, I didn't eat Friday, I didn't eat Saturday, I didn't eat Sunday. I just bought some shit out the commissary, ate me some chips. Nigga, so do you some push-up. Nigga, did me a little push-up. But now, nigga, it's a time to self-reflect. It's not a time to go pity me, pole me. Nigga, you like smoking weed, right?
To me with Charleston, you gotta always remember he playing a character, so don't take everything he say at face value. Fact, that's how I look at it too. That's why I am locked in with you, V. You cover all real life situations, and that's what I be trying to do, bro. I be trying to really look at this shit from every point of view, And when we pull up, it's not like I tell motherfuckers it ain't topic based with us. You feel me? Like, we might got some talking points that we really kicking about, but when we pull up, we just vibe and kicking it about the day reflecting. I know people wanna, sometimes get away from whatever they got going on. So once we get on here, we all just cool and we all just vibe and we all just, it's an open floor, open space. But facts, bro, that's the nigga I try to be too, bro. Justin, hoping for you hit the subscribe, man. Hope you locked in with us. Everybody hit that like for me or hit the subscribe button, man. Hey, yo, we 70 people away, man. 70, no, excuse me. We 60 people away, maybe 59. 59 people away, man, from 10,000 subscribers. So let's get there.
Don't let these people fuck you off on some bullshit. Now, you done what you like to do, now go and follow the rules, nigga. Okay, my nigga. But, nigga, come Monday, when the judge didn't say nothing, and I'm calling my wife and my mama, and it's 3 o'clock. I said, Mama, I thought the judge said he gonna send an email to the lawyer by 4. She said, son, it ain't 4 yet, by 5. Nigga, when 4 came and there wasn't no email, that's when the nigga fell on their knees.
I was looking at something the other day. I think Jim can do it. I like Let's Rap About It podcast because it showcases. Hold on. I think Jim can do it. I like Let's Rap About It podcast because it showcases 3 people's unique take on the music industry. I hope they keep it up for real, for real. And that's what I said too, bro. If they take it, I'll tell you, V29, that podcast, Boss Talk, is the most BS podcast I've ever listened to. I like to hear shit I can learn from, for real. Man, salute to that. I'll tell you, V29, the podcast, Boss Talk. Where that's from? That's the dude out in Texas. B, that's the dude out in Texas. And, okay, Taz, I was saying the same thing too, yo. I said that, like, yo, if they take it serious and they really stay on it, it definitely can be something. But I just don't want people to come into this game with the aspect or the mindset of, man, because you're a rapper, you can do this, because it kind of get to like, you kind of belittling the guys like us that's really putting our heart into this shit, that's really putting our all into it, really trying to, you know, learn, study, master our craft, and then you got guys that already have a following, can just come on here and major production and it's out of there. But I vibe with it too, man. I'm definitely vibing with the podcast. I like to see Fab in that light. I like to see where Mano can take it to, because Mano always wanted a situation like this. And you doing it with your homeboys. You can't get better than that. Yo, it's like a Kai Cenat situation. Plus, Jimmy going on there with Kai Cenat, you seeing the younger generation, and you seeing how this young man took off, and he also put the people that he loved on around him. So if Jimmy moved with that mindset too, because to be honest, he's the leader of the pack right now. He got the most attention, the most eyeballs, the most kind of momentum. And if you bring everybody else in, the Davies, you bring Davies in and boom, let him build. Fab in the game, he already got his fan base, let him build. Mano got his fan base, let him build. And y'all all bring that together and have one up and running mindset, man, you can't lose. Now, another thing I like that Jim doing, if he take that motherfucking IFC building shit to the next level, he could be on his way to being a multi-millionaire. You thinking about starting one? Not even that, Justin. Like, you want to hear something funny? This whole Stories with V thing started as the Big Chair podcast. That's how it started. It started as the Big Chair. Come on, Jason. God damn, nigga. You listen. You such in a rush. You left the N. Oh no, he put the N on there. His chump ass. So boom. Yeah, this shit started as I only like the pause that's real and you can use in every day if any of the pause you watch. Real shit, any pause you watch. Yeah, I like, hold on, we already talked about that. This thing started as the Big Chair podcast, for real. But it wasn't going to be a podcast the way as though I had guests, because I knew that shit was going to take too long. The thing about guest podcast is you got to have somebody with the same mindset as you, the same determination, the same will, and schedules got to align. So I really didn't want to do that because I know how I hustle. I know I like to be on it. I'm consistent. I'm going to be feeling the same way every day. So I wanted to still have the Big Chair podcast as me just talking to my support system, my guests, my fans. You feel what I'm saying? So it wasn't going to really be a guest type of thing. But once I started to deliver the stories, where I'm taking it to is I want to start having conversations, not really podcasting, but a conversation with people after they tell a story. Like, I want to bring somebody up here, boom, have them tell a story, and then after they tell a story, we chop it up. Well, damn, man, you know what you feel as though led to that? What do you feel as though you could have changed in your life that maybe you wouldn't have went down that road? You feel what I'm saying? So I want to bring, my difference is going to be, it's story first, then conversation second. Boom, whoever the guest is, they tell a story, they tell whatever they've been through, so forth and so on. Then, boom, I come in, we chop it up. So what y'all feel about that?
Probation officer. I pitched dirty. So I already knew the warrant was coming. I already knew when I got up that morning, nigga, they got a warrant for your ass when you go to court.
Having people come on and tell a story, then after they tell a story, we sit back, chop it up, and, you know, digress and dissect the story, and, you know, rap about it, whatever the case may be. And this is anybody. It ain't just like it's a specific person. It could be, we could go through every subscriber that we got, shit. If y'all want to come tell a story, shit, we set up the link, whatever the case may be, and we just chop it up. Yo, I want to have real life guests. I don't want to interview celebrities. Like, celebrities, they just interview their friends. I want to interview real life people. I do want to interview major people, you know, once we get to that plateau, once we get to that status. But to kick it off, I want to interview the real life people that's telling real life stories. So you can do something similar like Shannon Sharp, kind of. Yeah, but see, Shannon don't really let them tell a story. Like, I want somebody to come on and tell an actual story. Like, man, you know, I've been through this when I was young. You know, I ended up committing a body. I ended up going through X, Y, and Z. And then we digress. I do want the Shannon Sharp feel Justin, I do want that Shannon Sharp feel the way as though my scenery and the production level. That's why I started my own production company, V Media, you feel what I'm saying? Because I do study greatness now. I ain't, you know what I mean? I ain't no egotistic person. When I see somebody that's good at what they do, I study greatness. So to see Shannon Sharp go from being one of the biggest TV personalities and then becoming one of the biggest platforms on YouTube, you gotta study that. The way that he digressed, the way that he has everything set up and the list of questions, the way that he lets the interview flow, I gotta study stuff like that. So I'm with you on that part. It's FAMU Homecoming, man. Salute to FAMU. Hit the subscribe. Hey, man, can I get a shout out? Shout out, Dill. Deal what it do, baby. Yeah, I like that concept. You definitely for the people, for real though. And then giving, you know, real life, everyday people a platform to be able to tell their story and tell what they done been through. And not only what you been through, but where you trying to get to. You feel what I'm saying? Because I want to hear them success stories. I want to hear people that ended up owning banks, businesses, full-blown entrepreneurs that came from exactly where we came from. You know what I mean? Because that's relatable. That's relatable content that people gonna be able to be like, damn, he did it, I can do it too. She did it, I can do it too. You
I
feel
need
me?
to pray for me. I need to pray for Nut, Mom, and Daddy who keep showing up for that trial, that one smile. That's what he told me. He said, every day them people, this is what Woody told me
So
about Nut,
that's the,
Mom,
you know what I'm
and
saying?
Daddy.
That's where we at with it right now, man. Trying to get it to that point, trying to get it to take. We gonna continue to grow, man. That's it. Right now, I'm just doing building this up to a steady base to where though I know exactly what I'm pulling in. Take those profits, reinvest, and continue to make the platform bigger and better to where though now we are a real franchise. We are a real structure. Like how Cam got to talking with Flea, and he actually got the revolt deals and shit like that. I'm trying to take it to that level to where though, man, this shit is bigger than life, bro. I feel you, shorty. I just put my mans on your shit. Hey, Fit, salute, Brody, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you, bro. Yo, everybody hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, man. You heard me. We 40 people away, man. 40 people away, yo, from 10,000 subscribers, man. So let's get there, bro. It's been a long run, but it's been worth it, man. You know what I mean? Rocking with y'all. And what we built over here is real. That's the most thing that I'm proud of, bro. I did this shit organically. I ain't bash nobody to get here. I ain't D-ride nobody to get here. I ain't had no co-signing, no help, no support. I ain't never bought a like, a view, a follower, a support. None of that shit, man. I just woke up every day, learned, study, put my feet to the ground, be who I is, man, deliver that good content. And I feel as though that's going to be the biggest blessing that I'm going to get. Charleston the Fool, bro, not gonna lie, you gotta get him on your platform once you blow. Oh man, that's gonna be a good one. And then the crazy part is, I can't wait to get him on the platform because we want to, of course, give you all the comedy, but I do want to sit down and, you know, pick his brain like, damn, because he's a sharp individual. A motherfucker that done been to college, law school, acting classes, you know what I mean, a true revolutionary, because a lot of niggas talk gangster shit, but they not really revolutionary. Shorty, he a wild nigga, but he's a real revolutionary. He really for the people. He really for the community. He really down there in the courthouses. He really on the front line. He really out there with the picket fences trying to get laws changed. So, you know, he do it in a wild way, but man, the overall goal and the overall message do be on real man time.
I had my manager come get my phone with my banking information on it. My wife had closed on a house for her and my daughter. So I wanted to put the money up, but I was in jail. So I had my. So they thinking they
we be back, y'all, man. I just wanted to tag in with y'all real quick. Don't forget that merch off the Wicked and Wild t-shirts. Hey, Fits is all coming, bro. Listen, every day I think about what's the next 5 steps that we gotta do to get us to where we going to, bro. So I swear to God, merch is at the top of the list, man. I'm working every day to get it together. I swear I am. Interview major figures here in Baltimore, not just rapper influences people here in Baltimore. Then get the big interview, big time rappers and influential people internationally, then globally. That's the plan, bro. I swear, that's the plan. And you already know I'm for the home team for sure. I want anything and everything that's coming out of the 410 because I support it. And I know our struggle firsthand. I know what it takes for us to get a little bit of light on us. So I'm definitely for that, man. Everybody know I'm a Baltimore representative for real. You know what I mean? But let me edit this video, man, get this out. New video should be dropping in about 40, 45 minutes. I love y'all, man. Like, share, comment, man. If you haven't already, go see yesterday's video. Like, share, comment, and hit that hype button so we can get into the top 100 videos. I love y'all, man.
But these are old charges.